I see the coaches versus cancer mass. I always really take these games to heart and talk to the players about them. Virtually everyone has someone in their lives that has been affected by cancer. So it's really a great deal that the coaches started doing a while back. It's just always a privilege. That's what Valley basketball is like right there. Just an absolute war, a struggle, both ends for both teams. I thought both teams competed at a high level. I don't think either team played great, but that's competing and that's really working and that's really trying to win. And we're fortunate enough to come out on top and be nice to get some rest and come back in here and play better tomorrow.
Greg, a lot of toughness displayed on both ends of the floor today, but defense came last. And tell me about that last possession, because I think, Brian Wardell said when he spoke to the media that you guys read what they wanted to do when they wanted to isolate on Elijah Childs. But just tell me about your point of view and what you wanted to do defensively on that on their last possession.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to go to Childs or Nolan for sure. And Elijah's such a great player. We try to give him a lot of attention anyway. And when he caught it at that elbow, tried to get in those gaps and not let it. I thought Jake did a good job on him. I thought Jude did a really good job of helping. We're lucky because we didn't finish it with a block out there right away, but it was a real good job. Odom had the scout and he gave him a couple ideas of what he thought they would do. We really knew they'd go to one of those two, just like the other team knows we're going to go to Tyreek or Jake.
And then on
I'll go on. You talked about toughness before you started there. I mean, Bradley is tough, and the best teams in our league, and most teams are tough regardless. So nothing's easy. But I talked about earlier in the year for us to keep getting better, we had to become tougher, more resilient as a team. And to win a game like we won tonight, we grew in that category. Now you got to do it consistently and to stay in games. If you fight like that, you're going to have a chance to win close games.
I thought that toughness was demonstrated all the way down through your roster today. I mean, you had the rebounding edge in the first half was 24-10. You had Cam Baycoat, who gets his first big minutes of the season, and he responded well to it. Kobe Barnes, of course, played very well early. And then due to some foul trouble, you had to have some guys do some things that you didn't necessarily probably plan for. You were doubling Elijah Childs early, and then when Trey got into foul trouble, that couldn't happen. So is that maybe one way that the toughness is demonstrated, that you had to have a bunch of guys do it?
Oh, no question. And when Trey's our best defender, and when he's out of the game like he was for a lot of that time, and you're guarding the other team's best player, other guys do have to step up. And Jake had 4 steals there in the second half, was terrific. I think our help was good. And you talked about Kobe and Cam. I mean, I couldn't be happier for those two guys. They're not always getting the minutes they want, and we want them to give us more minutes. And when they play like that, that's certainly earning them, and that's what we need from them. Kobe in that first half was outstanding, and the things that I get on him for, boy, he was doing all those things. I thought he really changed the game for us. And Cam, as he continues to get more comfortable from being back and helping us there with he and Ju, kind of the two-headed monster at point guard. And you could throw Randy in there too. And I thought Nongo's minutes were very good too. But Randy's a guy we need to help us score off the bench, and just couldn't be happier for those guys. I'm one of those guys that came off the bench, so I always kind of root for those guys when they come in.
Looking at it in the second half, sorry, I lost my train of thought. The one thing that didn't go well was free throws, and that hasn't been characteristic. Normally you guys shoot them well, but those misses came at some key times today, and the team survived, but obviously that was something that hurt today.
Yeah, I mean, I know our guys are upset with themselves on those, and they'll work at it. They always do. It's just kind of a mindset, and you certainly can't, if you don't get both of them, you can't go down and feel sorry for yourself at the defensive end. You have to keep fighting, but that could have cost us the game today because we did a great job of getting to the paint and creating free throw opportunities for us by attacking the basket, but we got to convert more of those.
What do you think? You guys were opportunistic, obviously, with some of the steals you were able to get. What were you doing defensively to bother their guards so much? Because they just didn't seem very, you guys weren't very sure of yourselves either at times, but you seemed to force them into some mistakes that were, sometimes of your own hand, sometimes they were unforced on their part.
Yeah, we had 9 turnovers in the first half, and 3 of them were from Trey and just mishandling balls. I thought our guys did a good job. We don't want to create offense for them. They're a very good, well-schooled defensive team. You have to take what the defense gives you, and you're going to get opportunities. You just can't force it. We were just doing what we do. We did not guard the ball screen very well on the second half, especially right down there in that stretch. I think they got back. Henry got a dunk, and they got a couple layups off that. So we got to go. Coaches will stay in here and we'll watch film here tonight when we're done with this stuff. But we did a good job in the first half. I thought we were a little bit on our heels at times in the second half. And again, you hang in there and not give them second shots, which we didn't until that last possession. So, you keep fighting, you keep sticking in there. You can't let anything, a missed free throw, a turnover, a missed shot on offense affect you how you guard, and you got a chance to win a tough game like this.
Didn't see Cooper late in the game. I heard he might have tweaked an ankle or something like that. What was his situation?
Yeah, he's fine. He had been sitting there a little bit, and Coach Richardson, who does our substitutes, we felt real comfortable getting Cam back in there, another ball handler to do that. And Cam is a good defensive player. Cam went in there and helped us bring it home.
You brought up scouts. I've been meaning to ask you this. I might as well ask it now. How do you handle these guys? I mean, does Odom get both games then? I mean, how do you guys do these double headers on scouts?
Yeah, it's the week before, which is the hard work. So Odom had the scout, and tonight, how we've handled it, Todd. As soon as I'm done here, coaches go in and we watch the whole game, and we go through stuff. We get a clip tape out for the guys, and we make little. I'll kind of handle some different things offensively. We may give us a look, but again, we have to be us. And then I've tried to simplify things on the offensive end and not switch it up so much. And I think it's helped us a little bit. And then we'll see what we did well defensively, what we didn't do well. And I promise you, there's not going to be a lot of differences that Bradley does. There's not going to be a lot of differences that we do. I think both teams will be anxious to play better and compete again.